So like yesterday what we have done, we have created our database from the AWS. So now in order to go to the particular database, so like I have missed a video, so I'm just creating one more video like for creating the database. So here if you see in the top there is some kind of button. So when you click on that you will find a database option here. So click on that and you can go to the first option, RDS and Aurora. You can just click on it, so it will redirect to one of the page. So you will land up in this page. So once after that, on the left hand side you can see below the dashboard you can see a databases. So already we have created, right? So that is why it is showing one database. So similarly you can create one more database if you want to. So I have missed a video for creating the database, so that's why I'm just creating one more database so that it will be for your reference. So once you land up in this page, so now you can just click on the create database, right? So now here let it be the standard create. So here we need to select the MySQL, and if you go down, so here you will find some options like templates. So production, dev or test, or sandbox. So you should not select these both options, because if you select these two you need to pay amount for that. So we'll go for the sandbox. So here let it be default whatever it is there, and then here you can see, right, you need to note down this name, means this is the username of your database. So which is like we have already noted down right here, if you see the admin. So similarly for this database also we are having one username. So here we need to just leave it like that, and we need to copy this detail for username purpose for connecting it to the database. So after that it will be self-managed here, and here you need to put your password, anything it could be. So I'm just putting it like that, and let me put, you need to re-enter the master password. So it should match, and it should not contain any special characters in this case, otherwise it will throw an error. So it's mismatched now, so let me just okay. Similarly I'll just so that it has matched. So now the error has gone. So then scroll down and leave it like this, and here you come to the storage section. So in this place you do not change anything, only just click on this additional storage configuration. So here you need to uncheck this particular checkpoint, I mean the checkbox, you need to unselect it. If you select this it will cost you, and then they will ask you to charge the amount. Similarly you don't have to select anything, just leave it as it is. Here you need to click on public access. If you don't click this one, then you will not be able to access in your dbeaver. In order to access it you need to make it public, so that it will be accessible from anywhere around the world. Anyone can access this if they have the configuration details. So this one be like this, and here you need to have a create new, no sorry, it should be a existing one only, so you don't have to create again. So it is already existing, so just continue with that here. Then after that you will come to this particular section, additional configuration. If you go here you will find the port number 3306. So this one also you need to note it down, so that while connecting to your database you need to provide this detail. Okay, so now you don't have to select anything from here, let it be in the same way how it is there by default, and you can just close it. And here you will find the additional configuration at the bottom. So here you need to provide the database name. So in your case, employee details. So like this you can put it, and then you need to uncheck this again, otherwise it will automatically back up and they will charge you for amount for that. You need to uncheck this one also, and even this auto minor version also you need to uncheck it. So once after that you can just click on the create database, so that it will create. So you can close it. So it is just creating now. So let it get created. So meanwhile I'll just tell you one more thing where we need to make the changes. So once after getting created, it will land like this. The status you can see it as available. Okay, so now after creating it, this endpoint will come, like before while creating you will not be able to see this particular thing. So once everything is created and it is available, then only you'll be able to see this particular option. So now what you need to do, you need to copy this one also, and you need to note down this also and keep it in your notepad, so that while configuring you need to give these details. So now if you go down, so sometimes you will not, even though everything is fine and if it is available, sometimes it will it will not be able to be accessible outside, it will throw some error. So for that you need to just cross verify one small security group rules here. So what you need to do here, so you need to just click on any of this and it will go to the different page. Here you will get some options, so you just need to click on this particular thing. So once after that you will see inbound rules, outbound rules, everything. So for that, like if you don't see this particular option, like what you need to do is you need to just edit inbound rules. Here you will see available. So if you do not see this particular 0.0.0./0, if you don't see this, then you need to add a rule, and here you need to select all traffic, and then here you need to select this particular one, so that you will be able to access outside. You can also read here, rule with source of 0.0.0/0 or all allowed addresses to access your instances. So we recommend setting security groups rules to be allowed access from the unknown IP addresses. So that is the reason we are putting this particular one. So if this is already there for your case, I'm just explaining, so I'm just deleting this one. So after that you can just save it, and you can just see, like first you have checked the inbound rules, right? Similarly you need to check for the outbound rules also. Here also you need to check if that particular 0.0. is there or not. If it is there, see, it's already there. If it is not there, you need to add it. Okay, then you can save it, and then you can go to your dbeaver now. So here, like already I connected, so let me just do one thing. Let it be like that. I don't want to delete it. So in order to have a new connection, you can just click on this arrow mark here near this plug button, and like what database you have created here now. So we have created SQL database, so we need to select the SQL database now. So once after this, you land up in this particular pop-up. So now what you have to do, so we have to provide the server host. So this is the one where we need to go. Let me just go back to this particular here, and here you see, right? So this is the endpoint, means that is the server host. You need to put in this server host. Similarly for database means database name, right? In our case, like we have created employee underscore details. So this is the database name. Similarly in your case, whatever you are creating, that particular name you have to create here. So now the username will be admin, which we have seen while creating the database, right? So that is the name, admin. So now here password, when you are creating database, you should have created some password. That one you need to put. Okay, let me just, I typed it wrong. MuleSoft. Okay, so here let me just remove this, and I'll take this particular data, because still that database is created, right? So it will not be available. So that's why I'm just putting my previous database details here, so that you can just do test connection. So it is connected, means it is successfully, like whatever details we have provided, all these details are correct. So I'm not saving it, means I'm not finishing it here, because already I have a database. For your case, for your understanding purpose, I'm just making a video so that you'll understand here. Okay, so after you put all these details, you can just finish it, and you can click on finish button. Okay, I am just clicking on cancel now. So now once after you see here, like you will have particular database details. So once we click here, you will see databases, users, administration, all these details. All these are not required in our case, so we just go here under the databases, and there is a database here. You can, if you can see database customer db, right? So under that you can see tables. So in your case it will be empty. Okay, so in your case here the tables field will be empty because still you have not created the table. So now what you need to do, you can just click on this, right click, and you can just instead of create table directly like this, what you can do is on top of this database you can just click on open SQL script, so that it will open like this. So let me just new script. So now what I will do, now we wanted to create a database. So just make sure that when you are creating a table, all the details from your YAML it has to match. Means whatever fields you are giving, right, all those details have to be matched when you are creating. Means I will just show you here in the design center. So let us go to the what is this, yeah, so create customer, right? So if you go here, you can see ID, name, age, email, city, state, and then country. So all these are there. So now if I go here, you can see, right, customer ID, customer name, means it should match only. Means for our understanding, but it could be anything, this name you can put as per your understanding, and you need to mention the data types of each and everything, and you need to mention the length for each field, so that you can put only that many characters when you are typing it. Okay, so now let me, like, you have to select this already here. Let me just employee. So let me just create like this, employee details. So one, you just need to select this particular query. Means you understood, right? The query, create table, and then table name. After that you need to give the column names, so that each column represents one column. Okay, so now we need to click on this play button. So if you see here on the bottom, see create table employee details, it has been created. If you can see updated rows 0, means it has been created but nothing is there in that particular table. So now if you want to check that if it is created or not, so you need to just type select star from, and you have to give the table name employee. So let me just take this particular one, and you can just put semicolon here, and you need to select this particular line, and you just click on the play button here, so that you can see right here it has created the rows that we have mentioned here. So it has created perfectly fine. Now what we need to do, so we need to go to our studio now. Okay, so now, like, we need to create the project. Means let me just show you how we can do it. So already, like I said, right, so once after your YAML has been created perfectly fine and everything is good, then you can publish your YAML to the exchange, so that you can share with your stakeholders, as well as you can share across, I mean inside your organization as well as outside the organization also, you can share this particular thing. So now you will see this asset version and API version. I am seeing this 3.3.0 because it's already published in my case. So in your case you may see like 1.0.0. so like you can just keep it as it is. Now you can put it as v2. See, like if I'm giving is already I'm having second version of it, so if I'm putting v2, then it is creating 2.0.0, means this is the major version, this is the minor version, means 0.2 is the minor version. So now let me just publish it to the exchange. So now it will get published in your exchange. So now you can go to our exchange and we can check it. So let it get published. So it has published now, so you can just close. Now you can click on this particular 3 lines, and you can go to the exchange here. So let it load. Now if you go see here, you can see some options right on the left side. So this is the raml that we have published here. See REST API, you can see right. So you can also see here, you can click on the provided by MuleSoft. Here all the Salesforce module, Amazon S3, all MongoDB, see Salesforce, everything. You can see everything here which is provided by MuleSoft. So you can use it in your project by importing them through your Anypoint Studio. Also, you can see here that shared with me means suppose in your same project someone has created something and they have shared with you. So at that time you will be able to see some connectors or any modules they have developed. So in your case, let's say you want to share your raml with someone, so you can just click on that and you can just click on this share button. See here, you can just put your organization email addresses, means if you are having some teammates, you can put that teammates email address and then you can just share it so that they will be able to access. Similarly, if you put on this public, then you need to select which version of it you wanted to and then you can save it so that outside your organization also they can access it. Okay, so now for now we are not doing anything. I'm just clicking on the cancel. So now our raml is successfully published into our raml, I mean the exchange. So now what we will do, we will go to the Anypoint Studio. Now we will create one project. So let me just click on the Mule project. So customer database. So this is my application name. So now you can see some options here. So in three ways we can import our project into our Anypoint Studio. So one is the import through a published API, means from the exchange, through directly from the let's say you are you are doing the raml right here. So let me just go to the studio design center. So in the design center, when you go inside this raml, on the left hand side there is a settings button here. If you see, let it load, you'll get to know how it looks. See here, you can see right one settings option. So when you click on this, you can just click on this download project so that it will download as a zip file or a jar file. Not a jar file, I think it will be a zip file for sure. Okay, after that you can go here and you can select, and in your local file system that file will be available. You can just select it and then you can just open it so that it will create. Okay, so in our case we are going through published API, so we can just click on it from the exchange here and you can just search with your raml name. In my case it's customer details, so I'm just searching like that so that it will appear here so that you can just import it. So it is loading. I think it's taking some time. Let me do one thing, I'll just cancel and let me cancel this as well, and I will just restart my studio. Sometimes if it's not loading, it's better to restart our studio, but before restarting it, make sure you are saving all your work, otherwise it will be missed. So let our studio get restarted. So now I'm just clicking here, so let it load it. So launch application means the studio. So now what we need to do, we just need to create one project. As I said, you can just click on the new project and give customer database. So this is my project name, and here I am just clicking on the from exchange, so it will open a pop-up, customer details. So this is my raml name, means the application that we have published in our exchange. So you can see here, right? Similarly in your case also, whatever you are publishing, that same name. You can also see the version here. See 2.0.0, which we have seen in our exchange, right? When we are publishing it, we gave 2.0.0 only. So you can just click, so you can see, make sure that it is loaded here on the right side, and then you can just click on the publish. So now here you can see one option, right? Scaffold flows from this API specifications. So when you click on this scaffold check button only, all the flows will be created. Otherwise the flows will not be created. So again you need to manually generate the flows. So in our case we wanted the flows, so I'm just selecting the scaffold option, so that I'm just finishing it up. So it will take some time to create the project. So you can see here, right, there is a project here, customer database. So it's loading all the modules and it is creating the flows now. Okay, so let me just close all this. It will take 1 or 2 minutes, so it will get created. After that we will start our implementation. So see, you can see, right, all the flows got created. So you don't have to worry about all these error handlers for now. So we will see in the error handling sessions. So like you can delete this console also, we don't require in real time. Also we don't use the console, so that's why I'm just deleting it. So now you can see, right, we were having 4 methods. So put is one method, delete, get and post. So 4 methods we have used, right, in our YAML. So that's why 4 separate flows got generated based on the methods. So in interview point of view also they may ask like how many flows will be generated in your Mule project. So you can just answer that depending on the methods that we have provided in our YAML, it will get that many flows gets generated. You can say that is the answer. Okay, so now like we wanted to check this listener configuration, so that when you are testing it locally you need to make sure that these details should match it. So now I'm clicking on the listener configuration, and if you just click on this edit button, so you will see, right, HTTP is the protocol, host is localhost. You can just see this drop down also, there is one localhost. You can select either of this, means any of both, like anything you can select, but let it be in default. So port is 8081, by default it will be there. Suppose if any other application is using 8081, then it will throw an error. So let me just put in this way 8083, because already 3 applications are there, so that's why I'm giving 8083, so that it will not throw error. So to just confirm that if it is working or not, we can just click on this button, test connection. So it will give successfully connected, like that. I mean, see, the connection is successful, and then we can just click on OK. And if you go here to the flows, and you just observe here on the below, just let me just drag it up. I don't know why it's taking that much time. Okay, fine. So you can see, right, there is an API. This is our base path. So we need to mention in our Postman also while we give our resources. So on the practical side we will see. For now let it be like that. You can see, right, path. So that is what it is. So now we wanted to create some data in our database. So what we can do, you can just type on the Mule palette, you can just type database. Okay, now you see bunch of connectors here from the database module. So now in order to create the database, what we need insert operation. So we have just brought it here, and we need to provide the configurations here. Just a minute. Yeah, so now it's good, right? So now we need to have a configuration for the database. So you can just click on this plus button here, and here you need to select the which database you are doing it. So in our case it's MySQL, right? I'm just selecting the MySQL database here, and you need to just install this particular driver, MySQL JDBC driver. So you can just click on this and add a Maven dependency. You can just click on it. After that you can just finish it up. So you can see, right, green color it has popped out, so means it's successful. Now host. In host, what we need to provide, like we have noted it down, right, in our notepad here. So now the endpoint which we saw from the AWS, right, that is the one, server host. So I can just copy this and I go to this configuration and I put it here, and port is 3306. Okay, similarly admin is my username, and password whatever you have put, that password. Alright, so now you need to I'm just cross verifying. It's a customer DB, but in order to not get confused, I'm just copying it and I'm just putting it here with the database name. And like just to test it if your database is connected properly or not, you can just click on this test connection, right? So it will just process internally and it will just connect it with our database, and it will give a success if it's connected with proper details. So test connection with, so the test connection successful here. So now you can just click on OK. So now in order to insert the data, like we need to provide a query here. So we do not know the query, like what is the query, we do not know, because we are not SQL developers, right? So you can go here and you can just search for SQL insert query, so that you can go to any of these particular websites. So you can just take the first one also, so insert into table. So what you can do is, let me just go here, in my case go to the notepad and let me make it bigger, right? So here, so I've just pasted it. So here you need to just insert into table. In my case it's customer details, right? So I've just replaced here, this place I just replaced with my customer details, and column 1, column 2, column 3 and so on, right? So for that you need to see, like we have created a database, right? We can, like, let me go here, like all these are columns. So those columns I need to mention here means in this columns place I need to mention all of them here. Okay, so let me just do one thing. I will just copy this one because already I have done it. So I'll just copy this and then I will just go to the studio and I'm going to place it here. So now if you go here, see, this is the insert into customer details, means this is the table name, and these are all the columns that we have mentioned in our database while creating a table. So now here in this values, let me just take it out all this. So I'm going to put the values. So what is the ID? I'll just put 2. So 2 is the ID. And what is the name of the customer? In my case it's, let's say, Harish. I'm just typing it because I'm just hard coding the values for now. And what is the age? 29. And email. So what is the email? harish@gmail.com. Okay, so now next, what is the email? Like next is city, Hindupur is the city. Next, what is the state? So Andhra Pradesh. So let me put like this, AP. And what is the country? India, right? So now we are done with our query. So for now what I'm doing here, I'm just going here to this transform message and I'm giving a message called and I'm just removing this. I don't want all this, so I'm just removing this one. So I'm just giving a message that customer created successfully. So I'm just saving it. Now I'm running the build. So let it run. So meanwhile we will go to the postman. Here we will take one request. So now we are creating, right? So these are all the available methods. So now for creating, what is the method we need to use? So it is post method, and localhost means http / localhost colon 8083 means in our listener I have put 8083, right? So that is fine. So then API is the base path slash. So now, like, I do not know what is the, here if I go, what is the resource for creating the customer? So this is the resource. So customer, create customer. So this is the resource. I'll go here and I'm just going to put like this. Okay, so let it just run. So it's got deployed. Now let me just send. Unsupported media type it is giving. Why? Because we need to pass a body, right? So here and raw, and let me just see bad request. So today morning also we have seen, right? Because we need to map this particular, in the insert we need to map, right, dynamically, because it's expecting some required fields. So to do that, what we need to do, instead of hard coding like this, okay, we have a syntax. So just let me just remove this. So you can just, I have already built a syntax, so I'll just go here. I'll just show you. So this is the syntax. In the value section, instead of hard coding here, you need to put colon, and then you need to put the column name, like each and every column name. You can see, right, colon, and each and every column you can see whatever is there in the above. I have just put colon, so that is the syntax, and I have put it like that. So let me just take out this one, and I will just paste it here in our Anypoint Studio, and I'm just removing this. So now we have to map our input parameters from the payload, means from this particular place we need to map it. So for mapping it I have already done. So morning also I have showed, right, today. See, customer ID. So all this I'll just explain here after pasting it. So first what you need to do is, let me make it bigger. Here if you see, here customer ID. So this is my customer ID. Similarly all columns you have to mention. So for that we need to map payload.id, means this ID, name, age, email, city, state, all these are from the postman here. So what I will do here is, so ID. So these particular keys should match with our mapping in the Anypoint Studio. So here let me just put 2. So next what is there? ID, name, right? So here payload.name. So this one should match there. So name, and then I will give Harish. So now age, right? So I just copy this. You can just type also, but maybe you will get confused, so that's why I'm just copying it from here, because these particular data which we are giving, that one should match with the mapping in our application. So age is 29. So from now on I'm just going to type it. So age, email, city. So age, email, harish@gmail.com, email, city, Hindupur. So state, I'll just give AP. and country as India. So we have mapped all the fields here, means all these fields with our database row, means columns. So payload.id, payload.name, all this I have mentioned, so that whatever I am giving here, that will just go and get inserted into the columns dynamically. You don't have to type each and every time. You can come, like, you don't have to come here, hard code the values here. So we are just dynamically passing the values by giving the colon. So let me go here. Now let me just send. See, still bad request is coming. Why? Let me go here and we can see the id expected integer found string. So because here I am passing, right, it is a integer type, but I am passing it as string, so that's why it's throwing error. So now just let me click send again. Now you will see 200 response. Still error is coming. Why? So you have a error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual. That okay. Okay, what is that? India, right? India. Okay, let me just go to the year, age, country. What is the error? Let me just cross verify one more time. Correspond to your MySQL server version of right syntax near the India. Okay. Customer. Why? Okay, but let me just give like this and just try it. Send. Yeah, means there is something. Country. Okay, fine, let me just go here and inside this, so customer details, country, city, everything is fine, right? Customer, country, payload dot, just for our purpose, I'm just for understanding purpose, I'm just removing for this for now, and I will just remove this also. Yeah, there is some error, right? Dot country. So let me just save it, go to the console, so let it run, and I will just place it back. Country, India. So let it build. So we can see, like, you'll be able to see here the application has started successfully. So still it's running, let it run. So now it has started successfully. Let me send again here. So now see the message, you can see, right, customer created successfully. Now we need to verify if this data got inserted successfully or not. Now we will go to our dbeaver and we will just select. In my case it's not this one, it's a customer, means here this is the another one, right, which I created. So this is my table. In your case it will be employee, but don't get confused, this is my another one which I've created. So it will be select start from your particular table name, that's all. So see here, you can see Harish 29, Harish at the regiment Hindupur AP, and then country India. So it got inserted successfully. Let me insert few more details. So let me go to the postman and I will give 3. Here I will give Alex of 25 years old. Alex from Poland means yes, hello.
This call is a payment regarding it. Is the right time to speak with you?
Regarding?
Lazy bill amount is pending, sir. That's the reason I call it, sir.
I don't have any loans from Lazy Pay. May I know when I have taken?
I'm calling on behalf of Lazy Pay, the wine operator service, sir.
Okay, so now you can see here, right? So the Alex got added here. So now what, like we are done with our creation of the customer. Now we need to get, means we need to retrieve the details from the database from here. Means these details I need to capture. So what I will do, so I am just going to go to the database module. Here I need to select the select. So just click on select, and here once you have given the configuration, right, all the database details, so you don't have to give again. So it will be available globally across the project. So now I am selecting the database config as configuration. So now here we need to give the query. If you do not know, you can go to Google and you can search. Like we can go to the Google SQL query for selecting the table. Like that you can just type, you'll get a query. So in my case I'll know, so I'll just select star from, so table name we need to give. So what is the table name in my case? So this is the customer details. So this is the table name. So where, and I need the ID, means customer ID. So customer ID is equals to, so now I need to pass the customer ID from the query parameters, right? So I'm just passing that as a dynamic value, means this colon represents dynamic, right? So for that only, like I'm just storing it dynamically here. So now input parameter. So in order to access query parameters, we have a syntax. So like I'll just give, what is the ID, means like we need to map with our postman query parameter. So right, so for that attributes dot, see if you just put type, you will get all the available, right? So you can just put query parameter, you can just select this, enter, dot. So you can see like whatever is there from our raml, it will be available. Customer ID, you can just enter, right? So we are done with our mapping also. So now let me just click here. So you can see that error has gone. Now let me save it. So now our build will get, like again it will generate, and then it will get built, it will start successfully again. So let us wait here. So let it build. So once it is built, we can just send the request, so that in the postman we'll get the response from the database. So let it go. Okay, it has started. Now we will go to our postman, just click on, like we need to create one more like request. So which is get, means this time we are retrieving the data, right? So for getting the data, we need to select this get method. So http // So let me just take this one and I'll just remove, sorry, it should be get, and I will just remove the endpoint, right? So now what is the endpoint for our retrieving the data in our RAML? So it is get customer by ID. This is our resource path. So now we'll go to this point and we need to pass a query parameter, right? Customer ID is equals to, like, what are the available customer IDs we have now? You can see, right? 1 2 3 we are having. So now let me put 1 and I'll just send. So something is coming. So this is not related to our database, right? So this is coming because if you go to your studio, here we just given like what we need to select, right? Means what we need to, like on what basis we need to select, we have given here. But in in this transformation we did not give anything. If you see here, if you observe, so there is something, right? That is what getting it is displayed. So morning also, that's why your name was coming continuously. So now we need to just put payload, so and save it. So let it build. Here see, you can see it is getting built. So you just need to put payload, means whatever is coming from this request from the get, that has to come as a payload and it should be a JSON format. So that is what we are specifying in the transform message. So let it build and let us go to the console, and still it is running. You can see still 27%. So it will run, just a minute. So you can see now it has successfully started here. So let us go here and just send one more time. So now you will be able to see the details from the table, right? You can see. So for one Suchi it is there, 29 YTR Bangalore, and then Karnataka India. In the same way you can just put 2 here and you can just send it. You will see all the details for the customer detail too. So it is Harish 29 harish@gmail.com, Hindupur AP, and then it's India, and I'll put 3 also to cross verify. See, it has come for the 3 also. So morning we were facing issue because here in this transform message we did not make any change, so we need to pass it as a payload. If we do not pass it as a payload, then it will not come. Whatever is there in this particular transform message, it will be displayed in the same way. That's why it was overriding all the time. So now we have just replaced with the payload value, so that's why it is giving correct values here now. So I think you should have understood by now. So I am just stopping it here for today, and tomorrow class we will continue with the update and delete, and then we will discuss some more. Okay, fine.